I'm going to have Islam versus Leon as my main event. And I know this is being talked about. It's a good fight. I got to be honest, though. This is a fight that scares me a little bit with Islam. The speed of Leon Edwards, the ability to get takedowns and put Islam on his back himself. And I know that Islam prides himself on takedown defense and all those things. Leon's proven that he could take top-level wrestlers down. Now, I've said before that the Dagestani style of wrestling is just different. You get into that clinch, you try to body lock him and try to take him down, he will look to foot sweep you. He will look to try to let you fall. He'll try to lateral drop you. He'll do all these things. He'll inside trip you when you get in too deep on the body lock. He'll let you get in so he could get you within his grasp of throwing you and hip tossing you. And it's what happens. It's that judoka type feeling of when you get in too close on the body lock, that they utilize their feet more and the lift more and the hip twist a little bit better than a lot of the American style wrestlers.
Yeah.
So but on the feet, Leon is the speed, the accuracy, the way he mixes up the kicks, the speed with the head kick as well will be there. It's going to make for a very interesting fight. It's a very tough fight for Islam. Very tough fight. I think it's a fantastic fight, though. I'd like to see him challenge himself here coming up. Will he be this? Now that we've seen him at 155, when he has the full hydration period, we've seen the difference between 24 hours and 36 hours on how much of a difference it makes. This going up to 170, will we see an even better Islam? That's what I have questions. Because I've trained with him when he's come to camp and he's 180 something and he feels like a different fighter than when he's 2 weeks out from a fight. He just feels like a different fighter.
Sure.
So this to me is, I think it makes for a great main event. You can have it in the UK, in London, or you can have it in Abu Dhabi or wherever, Saudi Arabia. But it's a great headline.
It's a great headliner, and I can't say anything, but I would love to see the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think Islam, here's my biggest problem for Islam in getting this fight is Islam won the title against Charles,
mm-hmm.
and Islam has fought a featherweight twice.
Yep, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying.
And so there are guys out there that he should be fighting as a lightweight to start to establish you're clearing that division. You're making it to where no one has the right to say, hey, you haven't fought anybody.
Who should be next really for him? Who should be next? I say Justin Gaethje, but they keep trying to push the Charles Oliveira situation. He's already fought him.
They do.
Now he's got two rematches, and it's like,
I look at it and I think Justin Gaethje's the one that's proven himself to get that fight. I think he deserves that fight. If it's not Gaethje, Dustin is hard to put in there because he's coming off of a loss.
Yeah, I would say
so. That's a tough one. So if it's not Justin, then I understand the Charles, because Charles is coming off of the win. But I think Justin Gaethje deserves that shot, and there's a real good, reason for putting that fight together.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond just that, the weight class and everything. We're talking mentorships and who's fought who and all those things. You could make a lot out of it.
Well,
but go ahead.
No, go you.
But the Leon Edwards fight, it is a big step up in fighting Leon. And the real big step up is this. One of the things that, for the most part, not always, but for the most part, Islam's got a good sized frame for lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
He's big. He ain't big for fucking welterweight.
No, he's not.
And Leon has got a big frame for welterweight as far as lengthwise.
They're both about the same though, but filled out wise, Leon's the fuller fighter at this weight.
Yeah, at 170, yes.
But I would say they're pretty close in height. I mean, Islam is not 5'10".
No, Islam's about 5'10". It puts Rocky Edwards there at 6 foot. He's taller than 6 foot.
Yeah, he's probably 6'1". He's about an inch taller than that. He's about 6'1",
6'2".
Yeah, he's there. But Islam is not 5'10".
He's about 6 foot.
Yeah, he's at 5'11", 6 foot. He's in that border, but that extra inch makes a difference, and that's what she says. So but I look at this. It's a great fight.
Speed.
The speed will be a huge factor.
When I say that, it's not only the speed, it's speed and power, because Islam's fought fast people. He's used to fighting people that are fast. He's not the fastest guy. He's not slow.
No.
But he's not the fastest guy out there. Where Leon is fast. For a welterweight, he's fast. And he's going to be as fast as anybody Islam has been in the cage with. So he has got to deal with not only the speed now, but speed with length, and a guy that is used to fighting either, if you want to say southpaw, he normally is a southpaw, but he'll fight orthodox stance. Islam is a solid southpaw, you know, throughout. So he's going to get a guy that's going to be switching and switches well. And it's one of the things that when you watched Volkanovski against Islam in the first fight, it's one of the things that gave Islam some problems. That switching back and forth and the way he did it made Islam hesitate many times. And so he's going to have to show that I've dealt with that problem. It's a great fight. I love the fight. I can just look and say Islam needs to fight more people in the lightweights.
I agree.
But if this fight happened, I have no complaints, and I would just say thank you.
I look at Justin Gaethje being next. The reason why I say that is because Islam went through him in one round, finished him, and the way
2 rounds.
Well, sorry, it was the beginning of the second round. Sorry, you're right. Sorry, second round. But then and then when he goes off and he beats Beneil Dariush now loses to Sarukian. That kind of, I know that he did it first. Charles Oliveira beat Dariush first, but it kind of takes away the value of beating Dariush, because Dariush was on a rise. It takes it away now that Sarukian's beat him too. And he beat him pretty handily. And now that's what I'm just saying though, is John, it starts taking away what Charles has done. You lost to Islam pretty easily, pretty significantly. You got dropped, then you got finished. That happened. Then in the what's it called? Then he goes off and fights. Charles doesn't fight, but then Dariush ends up losing to Sarukian. Now that takes away from your win. So I think Justin is well deserving. Plus to fight someone new, because now he is a champion. You have 2 title fights. You have 4 total, and they're all against the same 2 guys. You've got 2 against Charles, 2 against.
I don't look at the Sarukian beating Dariush as taking anything away from Charles, because Charles was the guy that did it first when Beneil was in that high and had the confidence behind him and all of that. So I don't think it takes anything away in that.
I get it, but you're also the guy that probably voted Florida State out of the championships. Okay, I get it. Go ahead, move on.
No, I didn't. But
give me your main event, buddy. Let's go. Drum roll, please. Drum roll.
100% agree.